I need you to try something right now. Seriously, pause if you need to, but stand up and try to balance on one leg for 10 seconds. Go ahead. I'll wait. How'd you do? Because here's the wild part. Scientists just discovered that this simple test, something you could literally do right now in your living room, might predict your risk of dementia years before any symptoms show up. And no, I'm not making this up. This is legit science that could literally save your brain. Let's talk about it. What's good, everyone? Today we're diving into something that sounds almost too simple to be true. But trust me, it's blowing researchers' minds right now. We're talking about how the way you walk and balance today could tell you what's happening in your brain 10, even 15 years from now. And look, I get it. When we think about dementia or Alzheimer's, we think about memory stuff, right? Forgetting, names, getting lost, that kind of thing. But here's what's crazy. Your body might be sending out warning signals way before your memory starts acting up. It's like your body's check engine light, but for your brain. So grab a seat, or actually stay standing if you want to test yourself along the way, because what I'm about to share could literally change how you think about that little stumble you had last week. Alright, so here's where this whole thing started. A bunch of super smart researchers were like, hold up, we keep noticing something weird. They saw that people who later developed dementia often had walking and balance issues years earlier. Not major falls or anything dramatic, just little things like taking shorter steps, walking a bit slower, or being a tad wobbly. The biggest breakthrough came from this massive study. We're talking about following thousands of people for over a decade, and what they found was mind-blowing. People who couldn't balance on one leg for 10 seconds were almost twice as likely to develop dementia within the next 10 years. Twice as likely? That's huge! But it gets even crazier. They developed this thing called the dual task walking test. Fancy name, but it's super simple. You walk while doing something else with your brain, like counting backward from 100 by sevens or naming animals alphabetically. Sounds easy, right? Well, here's the kicker. If your walking gets significantly worse when your brain is multitasking, that could be an early red flag. It's like your brain's bandwidth is already stretched thin, even if you feel totally fine otherwise. Think about it like this. Your brain is like your phone's operating system. When you've got too many apps running in the background, even simple, stuff starts lagging. That's basically what's happening when walking becomes harder while your brain is busy with something else. Now, you're probably thinking, okay, but what does standing on one foot have to do with my memory? Great question. Let me break it down. Walking and balancing aren't just physical things. They're actually super complex brain activities. Your brain's gotta coordinate like a million things at once. Processing what your eyes see, getting feedback from your muscles, maintaining your center of gravity, planning your next step, adjusting for that crack in the sidewalk, all while maybe having a conversation or thinking about dinner. It's like your brain is juggling flaming torches while riding a unicycle. No joke. Walking uses massive chunks of your brain. We're talking motor cortex, cerebellum, visual processing, spatial awareness, the whole shebang. Here's the thing. The same brain regions that control walking and balance are often the first ones hit by dementia. Related changes. It's like dementia is this sneaky burglar, and it hits the walking and balance department before it gets to the memory vault. Plus, there's this thing called white matter in your brain. Think of it as the highways connecting different brain regions. When these highways start getting potholes, which happens in early dementia, Your walking and balance are among the first things to suffer. Your memory might still be cruising along just fine, but your body's movement is already hitting traffic, jams. All right, let's get practical. Here are the actual tests researchers use, and you can literally do these right now. But real quick, please be safe. Do these near a wall, or have someone spot you. We're testing your brain, not trying to break your hip. Test number 1. The single leg stand. Stand on one foot, hands on your hips or by your sides. Try to hold it for 10 seconds. Can't do it? Don't freak out yet. Lots of things affect balance, not just brain health. But if you're under 70 and struggling with this, it might be worth mentioning to your doc. Test number 2. The tandem walk. This is the classic drunk test cops use, but it's actually a legit medical assessment. Walk heel to toe in a straight line for about 10 steps. If you're wobbling all over the place or can't maintain the heel to toe thing, that's worth noting. Test number 3. The dual task walk. This is the big one. Walk normally across your room. Time how long it takes. Now do it again while counting backward from 100 by threes, or name a fruit or vegetable for each letter of the alphabet. If your walking slows down by more than 20% or you're stumbling while thinking, that's what researchers call dual task cost. Test number 4. The sit to stand. Sit in a chair, cross your arms over your chest, and stand up, then sit back down, 5 times as fast as you can. If it takes more than 15 seconds or you can't do it without using your arms, that could indicate muscle weakness that affects brain health too. Test number 5. The 4-square step. Imagine a plus sign on the floor. Step clockwise into each square, then counterclockwise. Sounds simple, but this tests planning, coordination, and spatial awareness all at once. Okay, so you've done the tests. Now what? First off, don't panic if you didn't ace them. I'm serious. Don't start Googling memory, care facilities just yet. These tests are screening tools, not diagnoses. Failing them doesn't mean you're definitely getting dementia. It's more like, you know those weather alerts on your phone? It's not saying a tornado is definitely coming, just that conditions are right for one. Lots of stuff can mess with your balance. Inner ear problems. Medication, side effects. Vitamin deficiencies, especially B12 and D. Dehydration. Yeah, really. Normal aging. Balance naturally declines after 40. That ankle you twisted playing basketball in high school. Being out of shape. Even anxiety can throw off your balance. But here's the thing. If you're consistently struggling with these tests, especially if you're under 65, it's worth getting checked out. Think of it as preventive maintenance for your brain. You wouldn't ignore a weird noise in your car for years, right? Same deal here. The beautiful part? Unlike a lot of medical tests that just tell you bad news, these tests can actually help you do something about it. Which brings me to the good stuff. Here's where it gets awesome. Balance and walking ability aren't set in stone. You can literally improve this stuff, and by doing so, you might be protecting your brain. It's like upgrading your brain's security system. Level up. Your balance. Start simple. Stand on one foot while brushing your teeth. Do heel raises while waiting for your coffee to brew. Practice that tandem walk during commercial breaks. These little moments add up big time. Tai Chi is your new best friend. I know it might look like slow-motion kung fu, but Tai Chi is basically a cheat code for balance, Studies show it reduces fall risk by up to 50% and might even slow cognitive decline. Plus, you can find free classes at tons of community centers. Dance it out. Dancing isn't just fun. It's like CrossFit for your brain-body connection. You're moving, balancing, remembering steps, responding to music, maybe socializing. It's the ultimate multitask workout. And no, you don't need to be good at it. YouTube dance workouts in your living room totally count. Walk with purpose. Don't just walk, challenge yourself. Try walking backward, carefully, sideways or on different surfaces. Walk while listening to a podcast and try to remember 3 things from it. Mix up your routes to keep your brain engaged. Strength training matters. Your legs are your foundation. Simple stuff like squats, lunges, and calf raises can make a huge difference. You don't need a gym. Bodyweight exercises work great. Even just standing up from a chair without using your hands, multiple times a day, helps. Work that core. Your core is like your body's stabilizer. Planks, dead bugs, bird dogs. These aren't just for getting abs. They're for keeping you steady, on your feet and protecting your brain. Challenge your brain-body connection. Try new sports or activities. Pickleball is having a moment for a reason. It's social, physical, and requires quick thinking. Or try juggling, ping pong, or even video games that require movement, like VR or Nintendo Switch sports. Here's what's really cool about all this. Everything that helps your balance and walking also helps your brain in other ways. It's like a 2-for-1 deal at your favorite store. Exercise increases blood flow to your brain, creates new brain cells, reduces inflammation, and releases those feel-good chemicals that keep depression at bay. Social activities like group exercise, classes combat isolation, which is a huge dementia risk factor. Learning new movement patterns creates new neural pathways. Plus, here's something wild. People who maintain good balance and walking ability are more likely to stay active and engaged as they age. It's this positive cycle. Better balance means more confidence. More confidence means more activity. More activity means better brain health. It's basically the opposite of a doom spiral. It's like a boom spiral? Success spiral? You get what I mean. And let's be real. Even if these tests didn't predict dementia, wouldn't you want to be that 80-year-old who can still bust a move at weddings and play with the grandkids without worrying about falling? This isn't just about avoiding disease, it's about living your best life at every age. All right, fam, let's wrap this up with some real talk and action steps you can actually do. Today, do those balance tests I mentioned. Write down your results. This is your baseline. This week, pick one balance exercise and commit to doing it daily. Even 30 seconds while your coffee brews counts. This month, add a dual task element to your walks. Count backward, name categories, whatever works for you. Long term, find a movement practice you actually enjoy. Hate yoga? Don't do yoga. Love tennis? Perfect. The best exercise is the one you'll actually stick with. Most importantly, if you're concerned about your results, talk to your doctor. Seriously, don't be that person who ignores warning signs because they're scared of what they might find out. Early intervention is everything with brain health. Look, nobody wants to think about dementia. It's scary, it sucks, and we all know someone affected by it. But here's the thing. We're not powerless. These simple tests give us information, and information gives us power. Power to make changes, power to get help early, power to stack the deck in our favor. Your brain and body are on the same team. When you take care of one, you're taking care of both. So yeah, stand on one foot, Walk that line, challenge yourself. Your future self will thank you. Drop a comment and let me know how you did on these tests. Were you surprised? And if you found this helpful, share it with someone you care about. Sometimes, the most important health info is the stuff that seems too simple to be true. Until next time, keep moving, keep balancing, and keep taking care of that beautiful brain of yours.